Oh, I'm taking you again into another exciting episode of brain development in our children, and I want you to really understand that as a mom, as a father, you play a very big role in your child, and whatever you are doing in your child is really impacting the child. And you do not know that by simple sayings or by insulting the child, saying a vulgar word, it has sunk into that particular child. As a man, and when you decline pregnancy to say this pregnancy is not mine, whereas you know that the child is yours, you have instilled the spirit of dejection. You see, there are some people who just easily reject, they become frustrated so easily. So it's not part of them, but the parents manufacture this into the brain's child. And there are a lot of things which are happening with our children or with our elderly people, and we do not know where it started. But today I just want to guide you that it all starts in the mind. When we love our children, when we play with them as fathers and mothers, have time for fun, take them out, show them love, laugh with them, play games with them, it actually brings a new man who is well built, who can fit nicely in the society. But now if we don't do like this to our children, show them love, have quality time with them, when they grow up to be monsters. Because what is happening here is children emulate what the mom is doing, what the father is doing. By you as a mom looking at your child, smiling at a child, what you are simply doing is you are telling your child to smile. Even how tiny or how young the child is, he or she can see what you are doing. So now when he sees or when she sees what you are doing, take a look what you are doing. There are some wires in the brain of the child which get information. By the child looking, he is getting information from you. He is building new information in the mind that, okay, there's a thing which is called a smile. You see, when you are angry at the child, a child picks it up, say, okay, the face of a person must be like this. When you smile, it says, okay, a person must smile. When you sing, it says, okay, there is music. So what is happening is when the brain feels or when the brain hears something, there are some circuits which are connected. I'll just use simple terms here. A person is creating new circuits. So when a child hears information, this happens. You see, two wires, they join together and they create what we call a memory. So when you keep on singing to your child, keeping on smiling, you are creating a memory of smiles. So the child won't forget that a person must smile. So now when you are smiling, you are building that, and you create big notes which are memories which a person will use forever and forever. Just like when you are hurt, you can't forget when you are hurt. What have you done? The impact which has hit you when you are hurt, it grows to be this big because you're always thinking about it, you're always imagining it, so it creates a big muscle in you. But now, if you try to forget what a person did to you, if you forget, which means you are now reducing the muscle bit by bit. You're reducing the muscle bit by bit. You're reducing the muscle bit by bit. Now this process is called brain pruning. And whereas when you are building up the muscle, it's called brain muscle building. So now if you keep on going to prayer, let's say you are a prayer person, you keep on praying, you go and you end up reaching a point whereby you go on autopilot, and then when you don't pray, you feel something is not right. Just like a person who is exercising, who goes to the gym. If you always go to the gym, and if you don't go to the gym, something tells you that something is not right. What is that very something? It's your brain muscle. So your brain muscles goes on autopilot. It just tells you that something's not right, something's not right. But now if you forgive, you prune, so you forget. So now when you are forgiving, you are pruning your brain. Just like a child, when you smile once and tomorrow you don't smile, a child will forget that there are some smiles. Now when the child grows up, he grows up knowing that there are no smiles. There's no dad, there's no mom is not loving, or else when I cry, I must get food. Because he built a big muscle that when you cry, get food. So when a person grows up, he's disappointed at work, he's disappointed by the husband or by the wife, he rushes to eat. Because this muscle is telling him that if you are angry, eat. That is what the child was told. But now, we must now come to understand that when we are training our children, let's talk to them in a gentle way. Let's not be harsh to them. When they have erred, let's not insult them. Because now, if we don't insult them and tell them in a good way, we create big muscles, brain muscles, that when a person has erred, he must be pardoned. But now, if we are aggressive to the child, maybe the child has broken a plate and we're aggressive. Now, even when he's grown up, when there's an accident or a car accident, a person is very aggressive. You are surprised. Why is this person fighting me? It's a mistake. No, a person doesn't understand that is a mistake, because he was told that when something wrong happens, you must beat that particular person. See, so now we must come to understand that whatever we do to our children, it sticks here. Maybe their skills, behaviors, emotions, visuals, language, it stays in the brain of the child. So let's talk good. Let's not talk vulgar to our children, or talk vulgar when our children are listening. No. Let's try to be polite. Let's talk nicely. Movies, let's show our children good movies. If we are disappointed, if we've disappointed each other as partners, let's make sure that our children don't see this disappointment, because it creates a huge muscle in their lives. And then when they are married in future, they do the same. So now, let's program our children in a good way. Let's show them the other side of the world, which is good. Let's give them good habits. Let's give them good habits. Let's not show them that when you are stressed, you must smoke. Because a lot of people, when they're stressed, they show the children that if I'm stressed, I must go and smoke. And then the child is assimilating that. So I want you to understand, brethren, that we are created for a very big task of propagating children in a very good way, and knowing that if we do good to our children, we are creating a very clean and bright future for the whole world. But the unfortunate part of it is we raise our children out of bitterness. If we are broke, we show our children that we are broke. And then what is impressed in their spirit or in their minds is, when a person is broke, he must behave like this. When a person is in trouble, he must go and take alcohol. You see, let's teach our children that no, we must have a church life. Let's go to church. Let's praise God. Let's be happy. Let's sit down and read the Bible. Let's teach our children good habits. Let's teach our children to forgive. Let's teach our children to share. Let's teach our children to smile. Just a smile. Laughter in the house. Go out for an outing. Love one another. Show your child to give. You see, give your child money. When you see a stranger, give your child money.